Greetings friends, wisdom and health to you. Today in the Summary Club we're taking apart a fascinating and useful educational video about the psychological causes of diseases. And the real guru of psychosomatics, academician and Dr. Pavel Evdokimenko, whose YouTube video Psychosomatics of Diseases, the Most Dangerous Emotions, was viewed by more than 2.5 million people. We'll talk about them. The author, of course, which is a big plus, promotes the idea of rational medicine and has even written 12 books on health. And Pavel Evdokimenko's YouTube channel has almost 3 million subscribers, which is more than surprising for a doctor. And that again without counting the thousands of positive comments about his activities. In fact, that is why we recommend that you also listen to the opinion of this famous academic about psychosomatics and think about what you can change in your life to get the best possible health, as well as to understand the real cause of the problems that you have now, if they exist. Briefly about psychosomatics. And so, the theory says that there is such a science as psychosomatics, which studies how a person's emotions affect the work of his body in general and organs in particular. That is, it argues that almost all of our health problems arise from nerves and negative emotions. Some materialist physicians do not believe this, because emotions, in their opinion, are not material. However, they are probably wrong. After all, any emotion is accompanied by the release of certain hormones that affect the entire body. It is also not uncommon for emotional upheavals to cause blocks in the body. For example, when it is impossible to turn the neck or bend, such conditions can also be accompanied by the so-called shooting cramps. In general, it is believed that about 70% of all diseases come from nerves, and the other 30% from bad habits, fatigue, genetics, ecology, improper diet and the like. Why do we freak out? Yes, for what, not why. For example, in ancient times, in the wilderness, human adrenaline increased in moments of danger and stress, so that he could pull himself together and bravely give a decisive fight to predators. Anxiety, fear, worry, and anger are natural emotions inherent in our wild past, and they used to be vital for survival. But today, they can make us sick if we experience them often or for a long time. And this is our everyday life, in which the role of predators is played by bosses, friends, and relatives. When they attack, the body reacts in the same way with stress, an increase in blood pressure, and often even blood sugar. This is our ancient defense, invented by nature to repel predators. Fortunately, such stress can be diffused, neutralized, for example, by going to the gym, dancing, embroidery, getting a good night's sleep, and so on. But the most dangerous emotions are those that do not exist in the wild, that is not natural, such as envy, resentment, and guilt. These are the ones that cannot be diffused as natural emotions, from resentment to arthritis. This is in fact the main problem with negative emotions, since they can often end up turning into very real physical illnesses. For example, feelings of guilt turn into leg shootings, sciatica, radiculitis. Resentment and envy together can turn into arthritis, diabetes, and even cancer. That's why resentment is so dangerous, because it doesn't exist in the wild. The antelope is not offended by the tiger chasing her, she just needs to escape to stay alive. What kind of resentment are we talking about? In evolutionary terms, resentment is an abnormal, meaningless, and unnecessary emotion, but in everyday life many people have been resenting someone for years, sometimes since childhood, and diseases in their bodies therefore progress. They develop into cancer because the environment, decreased immunity, negative emotions, and often bad genetics of previous generations contribute to it. Tumors in the grandmother and mother, for example, should make the daughter to be vigilant. After all, she may have the disease triggered by long-term envy of someone or an underlying resentment. If we talk specifically about the systems of the body, cancer of the digestive organs most often occurs when a person is strongly resentful of his fate, believes that the world is not fair to him. Tumors of the respiratory system, such as the throat or lungs, often develop when a person is tired of life. Genital cancer in women can be caused by a strong, unspoken grudge against one's husband, and brain tumors can be caused by a grudge against one's parents. This is in fact the relationship that the academician established from his practice, talking to patients with cancer. These are the conclusions of his long years of experience. Pavel Evdokimenko recommends to please yourself more often, to be optimistic, to smile and enjoy life every day, no matter what. Well, our conclusions of this video are as follows. If you want to be healthy, you shouldn't hold a grudge, you just need to express them and let them go, so that they don't look for a place of accumulation in your body. And you should not envy anybody because everyone has his own happiness, joy and material wealth. But you don't have to constantly nag yourself, say that you are guilty of something. If you start beating yourself up, just wait for the pain to shoot up somewhere in your body. That is, chase away any negativity and appreciate what you have, and you have not so little, right? And friend, don't forget to subscribe to the Summary Club for becoming more successful, educated, kinder and wiser every day. Save hundreds of hours and dollars spending on boring regular education. Feel free to write your opinions and questions about each video. We read all the comments. In addition, go to our official website where you can find reading materials or watch other videos on channel and links in the description. All the best.